Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Blackbook, and we're going off to do the optional quest right now. Large and rich village, the center of Piantig Volist. There's an old church of the Epiphany, and it's notorious for being haunted. There's also a new one, that of Ilya the Prophet.
You feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. Calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken. Laughter and the sounds of an accordion.
Sorry about that, I clicked out. Come closer.
Is that you? Come on, join us.
Let's earn a new song. It's the same group from before.
I don't have the time.
Sort of. Probably a different group, actually.
Come on. Your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
This is true. We're going to listen to a song.
All right. I have a little bit of time.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
And get some health back. There was surprisingly very little accordion in that. Okay. There was some sort of message on OBS over there. Near Piontek, there are several small villages scattered throughout the nearby forests and woods. Seems like a nice place to live. Something about exceeding something.
On the field, you hear the steady sound of digging. Coming closer, you see a peasant moving the border of a field. The man looks startled when he sees you approach. He stops and calls out to you.
Is that you, Igor?
It is I, with Vasilisa. God bless.
God bless. Huh. What are you looking at? I'm moving the border ditch. What of it?
What about what?
Why are you moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
For good reason. The Petrov's workers caused me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me on flour. Only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Have you spoken of it at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. The Trough's folk silenced me right away. Huh. I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
What? So, this is a question. He's claiming he's being stolen from, so he's changing the borders of the land, I guess. We can attack him. We can trick him. This feels like a sin. Or we could curse the Petrov men, also feels like a sin. None of these feel like good. We could just leave. Leaving feels bad too. It sounds... I'm going to go ahead and do the curse thing.
All right. Consider them cursed.
You whisper a few spells into the wind. The evil eye will cast its gaze upon the man's enemies. But will it even do him any good?
Oh, great. I just got myself sinless.
They won't be able to say a word at the next village meeting. You can be sure about that.
Thank you. Finally, some luck going my way. Here is some money.
You take the money and go on your way.
I've heard that the game considers less than 100 sen fine for the good ending. So, but I'm not sure how reliable that is. There's no shortage of waterfalls and ravines when you travel around Cherden Uzed. They say further to the west there are even the mountains that surround the region. Okay.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's Head. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we already investigated that. Okay. We're going to go to Spinner's hut. I'm going to go ahead the next fight. I'm going to continue trying the Grisia deck, see if it's better, and then I'm going to work on the Scorch It deck. Let's hope we don't get in another fight.
The closer
Here,
you
though.
are to the house of the spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood runs cold every other moment. You feel that the border between worlds is very thin in this part of the forest.
Okay, so we're going to go look at the yarn here. There are bright strings of some kind on the path. Who has this much yarn to spare? Okay, I'm going to look around. See if we can find any thing popping up. Looks like there's a herb off in the distance there. It doesn't look like there's anything here though. Come on. Can even grant strength to unborn babies. It's ward right now, which I can't use. Right now. It's ward, which I can't use right now. Words. Order of operations. Grammar. Oh, another herb. Another Adam's Head. Distant forests. Quite a grim place. It's places like this that give witches a bad reputation. I can't wait to leave this place. Ooh, she doesn't... There are eyes in the forests. This is, you know, the whole double religion thing here is very interesting because a lot of the demons in this kind of mythology aren't really what we think of as demons from American English background, Baptist, Catholic understanding of demon. Because it's like the demons here are they are considered evil as a matter of course. It's not like it's a job. It's like punch clock villainy. It's very strange. It's hard to really get across how different it is. It's not there's a certain maliciousness that is absent of their evil deeds, even when they are being cruel. It's it's weird. It is very weird and hard to explain.
So, how do you like this Isba? Ours is quite a bit cozier, isn't it? Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of sorts here.
Last time I talked to the skull before I talked to old Igor.
That's the spinner for you. Always thinking up something crazy.
The skull?
What do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a Khaldun. The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. We, knowers, are used to this sort of thing. It's something new the spinner thought up. Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like effigies of sorts. This one is used as a kind of test. It would be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but she's not familiar with you.
What
The
else should
spinner?
I know about the spinner?
Hush, child. These skulls report every little detail to that witch.
Every night there was a sound of wailing and hammering all around her izba. Chorts themselves can't be seen by ordinary men, but I found a secret passage in some hymn book that said you need to look through a wedding ring to see them. One time I was walking along and I saw the witch walking in front of me, flapping and swinging her hands with a pestgear on her back. So I looked through my ring and what did I see? Bugs and flies of all colors swarming out of the pestgear and stinging her. As we were walking by a herd, the witch grabbed a bunch of bugs from the air and threw them toward the herd. The chorts flew at the cows, stung them all over, and returned back to the pestier. They had had their fill. Oh, wait, there's other new things there. Vekshitsus. The word for which Vedma takes its root from the word Vedat, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. Vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. They were often called Vekshitsa from Veksha, squirrel. It is a phonetic distortion of the word Vashitsa, Vadajusheya, one who knows. According to Chirdan mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a skull, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from her expectant mother. According to the same text, witches often gathered atop a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over a fire. Witches performed black magic, cast the evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows' udders, shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. Yeah. They could be the wives of Kolduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Chird and Uzed, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that featured prominently in Europe. As knowers, they were able to communicate with chorts.
Keep your lips sealed.
The yarn?
What's with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you? Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the spinner. It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak to the doorman.
Okay. One moment, please. And welcome back. Sorry about that. We're going to go talk to the doorman.
You approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly, the bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
Oh, joy! And Noah, are we? Finally, some fun. My eye isn't what it used to be. Who's that old-timer over there? I think I know him.
Will you let me pass to see the spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to test Noah. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first place. Anyway, we'll do it just like in the fairy tales. I'll give you 3 riddles. Solve any one of them, and I'll let you through. Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes. I'm short one, you see.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Well, are you up to it?
I got through this all. I got through this the first 3 questions. I got through all the riddles easy except for one, which was one of the optional riddles. So I got an achievement out of this because it only really requires you to answer 3 to get the achievement, and I think you get experience for each one you answer.
Wait, answer my questions first.
I have no answers for you. I only ask questions. Well, are you up to it?
Oh, neat. Okay, we're gonna do agree.
Have it your way. Ask your riddles.
Listen to the first one, girl. There is a hamlet, folks packed together tight. Come morning the cock sings, yet no man stands upright.
Yeah, this one was easy.
There's a hamlet, folks packed in tight. Come morning the cock crows, yet no man stands upright.
I don't know precisely what a pothouse is, but barracks, the soldiers will stand up at the morning or earlier. This is the cemetery.
A cemetery. Proper dead men do not rise from the graves.
Correct. You solved the riddle. Only that man don't rise in the morning. Believe me, I know. You may pass.
Well, I know.
Or you may try to guess another.
Continue riddling.
Let's riddle some more.
Listen to the second riddle. Lame chicks in a lawn, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Term refers to priests who frequently recite Voima Ota Inasina in the name of the Father and the Son. So, sing along, dry wood they haul, wound up in a ditch, can't move an
Lame
inch.
chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
This is a ceremony, but we don't really know that. Building of an inch house doesn't really fit, and it was following on from the cemetery, a funeral.
The priests are singing for the dead. It's a funeral procession.
Correct. You guessed it.
This is the other one. I got all these first 3 really easy.
I remember those songs. You'll hear them too soon enough. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Let's get all that good XP,
Let's riddle some more.
which apparently comes in the form of teeth.
Feel a quine tail of twine.
Steal a quine, tail of twine.
This one almost confused, messed me up because I almost guessed steam engine because the steel equine and horsepower and all, made of steel and all that. The tail of twine is the clue. Samovar is that thing where you cook tea in. It's like a pot. It's the needle and thread.
Well, that's easy. I'm here to see the spinner after all. It's a needle and a thread.
Correct. You guessed it. Look at you. You should know your riddles. That makes you a powerful witch. Well, you may pass. We can riddle some more. No eyes involved, just like that, for curiosity's sake.
Now the next one's the one I got wrong, I think.
Let's riddle some more.
Listen to the fourth riddle. Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
See, I thought river because a river mouth, but they say, but a river makes murmuring noise, and the rest doesn't work. Clock doesn't work because it has arms but no sleeves. It's the shadow, which it doesn't really have a mouth. I'm not really.
A shadow walks with no legs behind a man.
This is the one I got wrong.
Oh, right you are. I can riddle you another one.
Let me crack one more.
The ship broke to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
Ship fell to beats over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
So, money I ruled out immediately because it's in the riddle. Truth did not strike me right. I did skies and stars just because of the cities and streets and meadows and deeps. So large areas. And it doesn't seem to be talking about truth at all.
The sky broke and scattered all the stars.
Correct. You are a clever one, girl. And a knower at that. You might be powerful enough. Listen, you might be even more knowledgeable than the spinner. Why don't you take me along?
What?
I can look after your spy and whatnot. I can make myself useful.
What? This didn't happen to me before. I only guessed 4 out of the 5 last. What?
So be it. Your eye shines quite bright. I could use you for a lantern. All right then. I'm off to see the spinner.
Don't tell me that's a chort. Oh, did I add myself another chort? I probably added myself another chort.
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Yegor Yevlakovich.
The voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the Black Book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently, this one.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my spindle. It was doing my bidding, you know. I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
God bless, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
I see you're a fine girl and a smart one. Yes, I heard your replies to the riddles. To be a knower is not all demonic affairs. So why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
Could talk about the dead girl and the yawn and the skull. This goes on.
Saw a dead girl in Villas of Woods.
That was Marfa, I would guess. Didn't have money for a love potion. Was quite desperate, I gather. Well, it serves her right.
I wanted to ask you about this yarn you have here and around the house.
This witchery is not yet for you, Vasilisa. In time you'll learn, perhaps. It's not the same as sending fiends for milk, mind you.
And the skull?
We met your doorman. What of that skull?
Some lousy Khaldun. And Yeretnik, God rest his soul. Hasn't served his time yet, so he helps me around the house.
I have a bad feeling. Oh, he's not there. He's not there either. There's the new song, Don't You Shake, O Winds. I leveled. Oh dear. Increase my wards. Draw new pages, draw new pages. Another trick. I'm really tempted to do another trick. I'm going to improve my defenses, I think.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
And it's time for a new video, actually. So we're going to continue this discussion. Actually, no. I'm going to finish it on this video.
Yes, I know you came for a belt. Only why would I give one to you?
Old Igor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer her?
You can get a hint for half XP. Or, you can do completely the thing that you've been told not to do several times. Compliment the belts.
You're known all across the Uyezd for weaving the best
Uyezd?
belts, Kapitalina
Okay.
Ivanovna.
Uyezd.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt. So what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them.
So she doesn't like demons. We can get a hint for half XP. Using the growing power, she probably won't like that because she doesn't like demons. So we're going to torture the demons, is what we're going to say.
Well, make them suffer, of course. Give them some back-breaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures. Only knowers can do some good. Well, turns out you're a good knower, girl. I'll give you a belt as a gift. Here, it's a good one.
Yay!
Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of mine. A fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you,
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.
Woo. Yeah, I'm glad we went through with that. That was very short. I was afraid you were going to make us fight something. Probably would,
Is no simple way.
if you didn't like us. Now, we'll continue on until we get through this.
It's not the last time we'll hear of her. Well done, Vasya. She's taking a liking to you. The meeting couldn't have gone better. All right, we've got the belt. Now we must plan our next moves. The cross is all that's left. In Yanidor, you'll find Evdokia Fokovna. They say her daughter was possessed by Ikota. So, did you get all that?
Ikota.
Who is that Ikotka?
Come on, don't you remember? This one time, a woman from Pokcha came to us, so that we could whisper some zagavars over her. And then a chort, size of a vershok, escaped from her.
Okay.
Oh, so that was an Ikotnitsa.
Well, yes, this Ikota chort talked with us for a bit, remember?
Ikota. An ailment induced by Koldun or witch is representative of the Russian north, specifically the Cherdit Uyezd, in the Komi Perm region. An evil spirit is enchanted with word power bound to a name and cast into the wind. The first person it encounters who bears this name becomes its victim. Sometimes stones or insects are enchanted with Ikota. In this way, whoever happens to trip over the stone or swallows the insect by accident suffers Ikota. Ikota usually takes the appearance of an animal, a frog, a lizard, a mouse. Occasionally it takes the form of a frog spawn, and more rarely an insect, a fly, a spider, or a mosquito. It is not, however, always brought on by a Koldun. It may pass from a Koldun to any man in the event of the former's death. When inside a person, Ikota can speak with all kinds of voices. So this is an interesting kind of possession where the person being possessed isn't being controlled. They're being tormented.
I really don't like dealing with the possessed.
Well, nothing can be done about that. So, did you get all that?
Where
Yanidor?
can we find that woman in Yanidor?
Her house is closer to the edge of the village, the one with carved gates. So, did you get all that?
Got it.
Not to get. Go to the Ikotnitsa and take her cross.
Okay, so time for a new video. See you in a moment.